Hello, everybody. Welcome to Top FC TV. We're going to do the match review of Newcastle United versus Arsenal. Newcastle takes it away at home 1-0 in an unbelievable match that a lot of people are talking about the controversy, quote unquote. Was there a controversy? Let's talk about it real quick. Let's address it as soon as we get to it. Look at this. Well, Steffi TV, shout out to Steffi. He posted this video. Should the goal have stood? And right there, it seems like the ball is out. And on this one, he posed this picture. I'm not sure what Steffi thinks, whether the ball was in or out. You know, we'll see if I ever talk to him on another stream. I'm sure we'll talk about it if it's soon enough. And on this one, it looks to be out, and certainly it's not touching the marker. And on this one, it's in. Um, and the ball is in, ladies and gentlemen. The ball is in. It's a sphere. So stop looking at it from an angle, from an inside angle. Look at it upright or right in front of it, so you can see exactly if the ball is in. If the ball touches a little bit of the line, it is in. And they looked at it in a lengthy period of time, probably 3 minutes, and they determined it wasn't. It was in. The call was right on the field. So, with that being said, we show another picture right there. Clearly, the ball seems to be in, whether you like it or not. That's what's happening. So, in that sense, what can you do? Just move on. Arsenal, unfortunately, for Arsenal fans, just wasn't good enough to compete for Newcastle. They competed. It was a tough match, intense match. A lot of pressing from Newcastle. I really like it. Newcastle is a proper team, and people need to start giving them their respect. A lot of people are not respecting them. Pundits are not respecting them, and also on TV, on radio, they're not respecting Newcastle United. So they deserve it. They deserve it. They're beating top teams left and right. Deserve some respect. Put some respect on Newcastle's name. Just appreciate what you're seeing. That's all. Respect the team. On the Arsenal perspective, when you talk about the players itself, not a lot of good performances. David Raya was okay. Saliba and Gabriel were really tussling and fighting Callum Wilson, one player, but I would say acceptable performance by them. Tomiyasu, I did see a lot of them, but then again, not much as far as going out there as a proper left back going forward. Crossing, not much from that standpoint. Declan Rice, you could say, was the best player for Arsenal, really taking the ball up and down the pitch. He was really doing that role, and certainly worked for a little bit of time, but at the end, wasn't good enough. Jorginho had a really tough match with Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes, you can say he could have been ejected from this game because he did form the top of his head. But Jorginho just definitely had a tough run. Couldn't play at all because Guimaraes. Kai Havertz disappeared, wasn't at the game today. Bukayo Saka, gone, was not at the game. I don't know if he was playing. The reason why I knew he was playing is but just when the camera focused on him twice, maybe. So, really not much going on. And Ketia, of course, I like him a lot, but just wasn't good enough. I think he was tussling and fighting with Lascelles and Fabian Schär for a certain period of time. But again, just not good enough by Arsenal. Martinelli showed up on a few plays, dribbled a little bit, but then again, gave a lob to Pope that he just caught, and no big deal. And that was the thing, Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough for the Gunners. And on this situation, when you go to look at Newcastle's perspective, Dan Burn was injured and played basically injured the first half, and Livermento had to come in. Trippier had to go to the left side and actually did well. Not many crosses, of course, from Trippier going on the left side, and but at the end of the day, did play a good game. Guimaraes was really tough in the midfield. Joe Linton, really tough leader, tough guy, couldn't get moved. And on that play, people were looking at a foul as well on that goal. And look, at the end of the day, Joe Linton is just a much bigger, stronger, tougher guy. Go to the gym, Gabriel. And Gabriel, was he pushed? Was he really pushed? If he felt, if I'm the defender and I feel like somebody's pushing on me, I'm getting up, running to the referee and telling him, why would you allow this? He pushed me. Nothing being said by Gabriel. And Anthony Gordon, terrific match. More than likely going to be the man of the match. Miguel Almiron, an acceptable, nice match as well. Callum Wilson couldn't finish, but again, tussling and fighting with Gabriel and Saliba, that was good enough for him, and he had to come out, and so couldn't finish the game there. But as far as the other players, Lascelles and Schär, on point defensively. At the end, we had to defend the score, right? We're not stupid. Newcastle is not going to just give up the score, kind of like they did against Liverpool, even though being the better team of them all. So I think that they had to do what they had to do in terrific match from the Magpies. So at this point, it was a well victory by Newcastle. That you just need to put respect on this team, man. They're just doing their thing, putting their head down, going to work, and that's what they do every week, day in and day out. It doesn't work. Does it work every time? Of course it doesn't. No team plays perfect. But at the end of the day, they still get it done and they still perform under the lights. So what do you think about this assessment? Let me know in the comment section. Please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, like the video. It helps us a lot to keep growing. We will see you in the next video. By the way, I will be on Judge Mo's channel later on, so please join us live on his channel, and we'll be talking all Premier League things later on tonight. This is Chris. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.